Hey, Loco Sports fans, welcome to the Loco Sports Lowdown. It's a Friday night, last one in February the 27th, and we still had a basketball team playing tonight. I say had because unfortunately the end came for that incredible run for the Bluffton Bobcats, and Harry Skinner falling short tonight against North Augusta. Had an early lead, and then North Augusta made some adjustments, took the lead, kind of took control in the fourth quarter and kind of pulled away. But been a heck of a season for the Bobcats. We'll break it all down. Max was there. He's now at the Hojo in Florence, but he was at the Florence Center, which tremendous facility, right? They've made some great upgrades there, and they really put on a show there.
Yeah, I mean the upgrades to Florence Center is it's fantastic facility nowadays. You look at the game. I think Bluffton had their chances. They definitely had their chances to make it a ball game, and they had moments where it was a ball game. It was a back and forth battle at one point. Going in the first quarter, in the second quarter, North Augusta kind of made some adjustments, pulled away a little bit, and then Bluffton came back and made it about a 4-point ball game. And it was kind of like that through the third quarter into the fourth quarter. North Augusta again pulled away a little bit, and Bluffton came right back and tried to make it a ball game, and then it just got away from Bluffton in the end, and North Augusta just went on an absolute tear through the last probably 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, and that really was the story.
It was certainly a game of runs when you look at how back and forth it was throughout the evening. But
I'll say this though, you can't be more prouder of that Bluffton team with how they fought against North Augusta, because you saw North Augusta going up in the early second quarter into the midway through the second quarter, and you just thought, it's gonna be interesting. Can Bluffton come back from this? And they did. They made their adjustments in the third quarter, made it a ball game. And it was really a game of adjustments from both teams. It was a game of runs, but it was really adjustments by both teams to have that advantage for a solid half a quarter. And I think in the end, the game plan from North Augusta, the adjustments they made for the final probably 4 minutes of the fourth quarter was really just all it was for Bluffton to just somewhat kind of fall apart in the last probably 2 minutes or so of the game. I think for Bluffton,
too many empty possessions, not just at the end of the game, but
that's part of it. I also think depth was an issue, and we talked about this before. We thought North Augusta had more depth than Bluffton did, and really, Bluffton really only played, I think, normally 7 players on that team. They switched in and out with each other. Harry stayed on for the entire game. He didn't come off until the last 30 seconds of the game, and it was really heartbreaking moment just to see Harry coming off the court knowing that this is the end of a run for him and at the high school level. It was really sad. I may or may not have shed some tears because I have seen Harry play since his freshman year, and it's been so hard to watch because it's just he's gotten so close to getting a title. He has just been so close, not only at Hilton Head Christian, but now at Bluffton. A state title at Bluffton, and he has been so close. He came close to a state championship with Hilton Head Christian. I believe it was his
got to the championship game.
A couple years ago. Yeah, and I think he's fought so hard for him to not have a title.
One of the better players not to win one. One of the better players.
Yeah,
without question.
I think he's on my list of probably best players to not get a title, and it's not his fault. He gave it everything he had today, and you could really see it. And he was running the offense pretty well. I mean, they had their moments. It's just that North Augusta team is really strong, and whoever they play in the upper state from the upper state will have a battle.
It'll be either South Point or Lancaster. They'll play tomorrow.
I think the favorite will probably be, if South Point gets through, it would probably be South Point as the favorite going into that game.
But not by much. I think if it's South Point with the guest,
not by a whole lot. So
I think it's anyone's game.
It's interesting. We'll see how it goes for them. But you can't hate how Bluffton played tonight. They played with everything they had. You can't be mad at that.
Yeah,
just
they depending on the three at times.
Didn't give enough shots to fall early. If they could have got a little bit more separation, I thought that would have been helpful. They turned it over a few times, and then you could just see a little bit more talent and just overall depth on the North Augusta side. They were able to adjust. They drove to the basket. They passed the ball really well. I think that was the big factor. They were able to make those reads, make some good passes, whereas Bluffton kind of settled for some threes at times that were difficult shots that they didn't hit. And meanwhile, you got a North Augusta team just was more assertive and was able to get to the rim, make a couple of big layups, and find the offense when they needed to down the stretch in that game. But give credit to Bluffton for, I felt it looked like they were dead in the water twice, and they came right back. And it was like 5-6 point game twice in that second half where I thought they were out of it. They roared back and almost came back. So, it was great to see the effort, great to see the fight from this team. And you look back on this team years from now, and you'll say that they certainly made the Low Country proud of what they did.
Yeah, I was going to correct. I was going to make fun of Kevin Libby, but he already corrected himself. He said this Bluffton High class of 25 is something special. I was like, 26, buddy.
Well, 26. 25 and 26. I mean, Slater is part of it, but
but it's the seniors in the class of 26. So
more. See, I'm brain dead as well. It's been a long week. I still, for some reason, it takes me a while for me to adjust the year. It takes around like a couple of months when I okay, it's not 2025 anymore, it's 2026.
Yeah, we're 2 months in, so we got to get with the program. What a year for Bluffton. I mean, football had a good run, and basketball with a great run, making it to the lower state finals.
Yes, indeed.
I guess my line of thinking was I was thinking 2027 for football because there's a guy who's going to still be there who's getting a lot of notoriety.
It's true, and there's quite a few guys that'll still be there.
And I also think that one of them is basketball team's not going away either next year. They got a lot of players that are going to come back for them next season. They're going to be a strong team. As much as you would like to have Harry for one more year, especially with the team that they have, I think they are going to be just fine without him, and I think they're going to be a strong team again next season.
Especially to think what they did without McCarthy. Without Cornell, to see what they did this year without those two players.
Yeah, well,
the LaRue kids will be eligible next year. Jake Wood announced that he's coming over from Hilton Head Christian.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to be.
Yeah, I saw that this week. Yep. It's funny because I keep thinking about it, and I was thinking about it during the game today, and I just thought, what would Bluffton be able to do if Aiden and Carnell were on the floor and the team they had from last year? Would they be able to go toe-to-toe with this North Augusta
it's just hard to know. It's hard to know. I mean, we said the other night that it might have been a blessing in disguise.
My thought process is I think the team with the better chemistry, which, of course, was this year's team, I think they would have had the better opportunity against North Augusta. And I think they did have the opportunity to win that game.
I think particularly if Carnell's there, the offense is going to run through him at least some of the time, and the less it runs through Harry, I think the worse. I think they were better for it always running through Harry this year.
Not only is Harry a fantastic
it's hard
player,
to say.
but not only is he a fantastic player, he's an unreal facilitator.
No
matter who's on the team, he's an unreal facilitator.
There's rarely a selfish decision in there. It's always team first. So, just awesome. And good point from Monica Summertime. She teaches over there. Games did a lot for school spirit and morale. We talk about it all the time, how the success of your sports teams really sets the tone in your school.
I tell you what, the students they brought to this game today were fantastic. They were loud, obnoxious, which is what you want. It was just a really, really great atmosphere that Bluffton put on with all the students they brought up. And granted, North Augusta had their squad there as well. They had probably half the stadium filled with North Augusta fans for that game. But Bluffton really showed out for that. And again, like I said, this is not only is it going to be hard for the players and coaches, but I think the students as well. It's going to be hard to see the end of this game, but I think everyone knows that this was a special year, and this was a very special team to watch this season.
Indeed. It's almost time to close
we
the book
still
on
have a team
basketball
competing
season. We have
tomorrow for
one
state
game tomorrow, 1:00 tip for Cross Girls against Dorchester Academy. I believe they played multiple times this season, right? Cross
I always
lost
feel
to
like
Dorchester
Dorchester
by
is like one of our
12.
surrogate teams because they're kind of close
So
to.
they lost to Dorchester by 12 at the Colleton Prep tournament, but I think they were a little shorthanded. Then they won 54-38, and then Dorchester forfeited on February 4th, which I think was a whole school got sick situation, maybe.
That sounds right.
So,
from what I remember.
yeah, that happens at those small schools.
Yep.
You can get the whole team sick pretty easily. So Dorchester, though, since then has kind of been rolling. They beat Cathedral by 7. They beat Andrew Jackson by 16. They beat Patrick Henry by 30. They beat Andrew Jackson by 23, and then they beat Lee by 37.
Wow.
So yeah, they've been rolling. So it should be a good matchup. Yeah, I did see this. Sharon Brown, the community sister. She was on that Spirit bus with Bobcat Nation.
Oh
and
man,
she did
great
a
to
little
see the turnout for all the Bluffton students who came up when took the bus all the way to Florence. That's awesome to see that level of support.
Yeah,
from,
they were bumping in the first quarter, man. They were going nuts in the first quarter just because the
Bobcats were up.
Yeah, they were up. They were going crazy, and it was a great atmosphere that Bluffton brought. But I'll give credit to North Augusta had a strong student section as well. Their student section was packed with kids.
Very nice.
So
But I really thought when Harry rattled off like 5 in a row real quick and got it down.
Oh man,
I really thought they were about to make a run.
Maybe they could do this thing, and then
I mean, they had a couple chances in this game where they could have taken the lead and been able to, really put North Augusta on their heels.
Yeah, they had a couple opportunities to they had some good looks, and there were some that were close to the basket throughout that just they weren't able to knock in, and that's those come back to bite you at important points in the game. So that's it's tough to say because they certainly had an opportunity. I thought they matched up well against them, but. Brad North Augusta for executing a little better and just having a bit more to finish them off. But it's awesome to see the Low Country come together and support whoever makes it the furthest. And for this game, for the season, Bluffton Bobcats and what they're able to do. And I think it breeds more excitement for what's coming up in basketball coming up next year with what Bluffton's done. I think May River is starting to find some traction with their coaching staff and the players on that roster. I mean, I think that we do need to continue to build things further, but I think that the talent's still going to be around these next couple of years. We just need to get these kids developed maybe a little earlier and just find more opportunities to schedule more difficult games and against instead of just playing in your there's nothing wrong with playing these local teams, but if you really want to take that next step, you got to look outside and either go to tournaments outside of here, bring teams in, and just find a way to get yourself to know what you have to face come February. Because if you're playing, teams that are around your level in November, December, January, how are you going to know? Like this is where we need to be. This is where we need to be if we really want to get over the hump. And I think that. You have the opportunity to do so. It's just a matter of just find more games on the schedule because I feel like some of these teams just, I guess maybe the end of the football season or just even during the holidays, I feel like a lot of these teams just they could have played more games,
Yeah.
Especially some of the guys.
So I texted Harry. I told you guys before the show. I texted Harry after the game, texted him on Instagram, and I think we can all agree when I shared this text with you. I think we all can agree and acknowledge this. I told Harry it has been the greatest honor watching him play for the last 4 years. I told him I hate this for you, man, but I know you gave it everything, and I look forward to seeing him play at the next level. Wherever that may be, and who knows, maybe USCB will call him. That would be great. Seeing him staying in the area, go play some Sandshark basketball, but. I just told him, if you ever want to come on to our show, dude, let me know. We will get you on, man. It'd be a fun time. But, I just told him, I love him. I hate this for him, but, I know he gave it everything. And, he had posted on his story after the game, and he basically all he said was, "I tried, man." And that's all you can do.
All you hope for.
You get
That's all you
everything
can
you
do.
have, and
Yep.
it
Give it
stinks
everything
that
you
this is
got.
how it goes. But you got to give him credit for he fought with everything he had for all 4 quarters.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, heck of a run, heck of a career. It's been a pleasure, an absolute
Really
pleasure
has.
to watch that guy play basketball.
Absolutely.
And I think he's highly motivated to play at the next level. So I do think that there'll
getting
be a spot
offers.
where he can do that.
He's been getting his
yeah.
offers.
Have no doubt of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And what I mean is, like, some kids, maybe depending on what kind of school those offers are at, might go, nah. But I don't think that's him. I think
I don't
he
think so
he
either.
desperately wants to play at the next level and prove himself.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to take the best opportunity available to him.
Yeah, I agree. I think for him, like, this is not the end of the road for him. I don't think. I think he wants to keep playing for as long as he can. And you can tell it by the way he plays. He doesn't want to quit. So I think he's not going to quit anytime soon. Wherever he goes, he's going to be great. So it was like you said, Justin. It has been a true pleasure, and a great honor watching him play for these last 4 years.
I tell you what, guys, with what you just told me with Jake heading to Bluffton for next season, that's going to be quite the flip from Harry to Jake, because I've said it numerous times.
The second time
within this basketball season, that the amount of just sheer ability and difference in his game within a year is staggering. The Jake Wood that I saw last year versus the Jake Wood that I saw several times this season, different player, in my opinion. I mean, my gosh, he could be a really good fit there.
Yeah, I think the other reason that a good number of these Hilton and Christian players are going over to Bluffton is not just because of the chances, but I think it's the coaching staff as well, and it's a fantastic coaching staff that Bluffton has. Let's remind everyone that this coaching staff is fantastic, and it's part of the reason why they got as far as they did in these playoffs is because of this entire coaching staff for Bluffton has been absolutely fantastic for the last 2 seasons, really. And again, it was really fun watching Bluffton play in the Florence Center today.
Yeah, man. True story here. Shout out to Coach Fish and the 1L crew, because 3 out of the 5 starters for Bluffton trained all summer with 1L. Fish pointed that out to me earlier today. So a little feather in our cap there that Fish and the boys are training them up good. So, yeah, absolutely, Harry. Never let anybody down. That's for sure. Man, when he hit that logo 3 from Dylan, I was like, oh, it's going to be our night.
I thought so too.
Didn't work out our way. But not a whole lot got done today, boys, because there was some weather in the area. I know there was supposed to be a good amount of baseball and softball. We were supposed to play, got rained out.
It was opening night, too, for high school ball, and the weather kind of had the same.
So there was a bunch on the schedule, and not much of it got played.
USCB baseball also got postponed. They're going to play a doubleheader tomorrow.
But the softball played, right?
Softball did. Two heartbreaking losses for softball, including the first game where they led 3-0 and they gave up 4 runs in the ninth to lose 4-3, and then they lost in 9 innings in the second one, a walk-off. So it's
those were at Newberry, I presume.
At Newberry, just tough 2 tough 1-run losses where I thought they certainly played well, but man. You hate to see a 3-0 lead slip away in the 7th inning. That's a no-no right there. You can't let that happen.
Ooh, 10-9 in that second game I'm seeing.
I'll leave a mark.
But hey, big picture, maybe those are losses that you'll look back on and say, hey, I'm glad we lost. I'm not glad, but like maybe that is something that sparks a fire in you right before conference play.
Never know.
That's kind of thing that you're hoping for them. But 2 competitive games that they could have won, but you look to bounce back. Tuesday, you're at Edward Waters, and then conference play begins a week from now, finally, against Columbus State. And I'm really excited for those games to see what happens there. But some notable individual performances Chloe Turner had herself, as usual, a really nice game. Ashley Greaser, who hit the walk-off a couple days ago, went 3 for 5 with an RBI, and then Chloe Turner,
Okay.
just mentioned, 2 for 4, drove in 5 runs. So, the offense is continuing to tick. The pitching,
Yeah.
you just, I guess the one, I guess in a way,
They out hit them 17-9 in game 2.
Option. Last year you had Kinlaw, you had Murphy. You have Murphy this year. You just don't have that number 2 at least developed right now. They need a strong number 2 pitcher.
Emily Morgan gave a really good
Morgan.
second game. She went 8 innings.
Brundage lasted just a third. She got 5 runs.
She got lit up.
And then Morgan kind of rallied them, got them pushed it to extras.
That is worrying. That is worrying for me because Cassie Brundage has not had the strongest of starts to the year, and it's a little worrying because she should. I mean, theoretically, Cassie should be that number 2 behind Murphy, and she just hasn't been strong enough to be that number 2. And I hope that changes as you get into conference play because you really need Cassie Brundage to be that strong number 2, unless Emily Morgan decides to step up. Because I watched it during the tournament this past weekend. Cassie had a decent outing, but nothing for me to say. I think she's getting past whatever struggles she had to start out the season. She was coming in to that tournament last weekend with an ERA over 5. So like she's struggling through something, and I'm hoping she can get out of those struggles.
Yeah, and it doesn't she didn't walk people today. She just got hit. She gave up 7 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned, so they didn't help her with the defense, I guess. But then Morgan came in and pitched great. 8 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. She walked 4, but she struck out 4. So that's promising. Shout out to a player on the opposite side today. Brooke Crosby, former Battery Creek Dolphin. She pinch hit in game 1, went 0 for 1, pinch hit and drew a walk. Game 2, she was the DP. She went 1 for 4 with an RBI single. So Brooke Crosby, former Battery Creek Dolphin, now Newberry Wolf. They get the win today against USCB. USCB tomorrow, of course, we got basketball on the road at North Georgia. Looks like baseball also playing the doubleheader tomorrow now at Georgia College to make up today's game. So, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, so 2 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday for USB baseball against Georgia College. Now that's a big series, as I mentioned earlier. That's a winnable series. I believe Georgia College has only won a game or 2 in conference play so far. So that series is winnable. That has a lot at stake for USCB. And hopefully you get some excitement after what you did against Erskine, and hopefully you can pick that up. I just saw something that had a PDF on tiebreakers. That's for the basketball. Which
I was just looking at it too.
Yeah. Yep.
So for USCB women, if they win, they're the 2 seed regardless.
Yep.
If they lose, then we'll have a tiebreaker.
USCB. This is. Am I looking at? This is.
North Georgia would have the 2 seed if they win.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, straight up
on the men's
for the
side.
2 and the 3.
On the men's side, USB and North Georgia, they're both 13-6. The winner gets 3rd. Loser is 4th. Pretty simple. Now.
Oh, but if Columbus State loses,
there's another wrinkle to it, though. There's another wrinkle to it, though, I didn't mention. So if Columbus State beats Georgia Southwestern, which Columbus State.
If Columbus State loses,
okay, that's what I thought. I think they. It should say if Columbus State. Well, actually, never mind. I'm reading it while I say it.
It doesn't matter because we're still the 3 seed.
Yes,
no matter what.
So Columbus State wins to the 2 seed. If they lose, then the winner of the USCB North Georgia game would be tied for 2nd, and there's a couple of tiebreakers. let's see, if USCB wins and Columbus State loses, Columbus State would be the 2, USCB would be the 3. Okay, so that's just up that tiebreaker. I think is what's.
By the way, I just got a text from Matt LaRoe from Bluffton's basketball team. Thought I'd relate to this. He had saw me at the game. He said he appreciates all the support that we our channel has done for Bluffton and the rest of the community. And he said it was a great journey this year. And he said next year is going to be fun.
Nice.
I was going to finish what I was saying earlier. Is that the reason that would happen was because the second tiebreaker, if it's a head-to-head split, it is your record against the top team, and then if that's still tied, go down the next team, go down the next team. USCB got swept by Lander, but Columbus State beat Lander, so they would have the 2 seed. USCB would be the 3. So that's how how that second tiebreaker, where it kind of came into play last year, I think. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, but in either case, if USCB just wins, they
it's pretty simple. Actually, pretty simple for USCB.
Just take care of your business.
Get 3, you lose, you get the 4. That's
Yep.
That's the key. Take care of your business.
Yeah, and you would like to go in the tournament on a win. That would be ideal for them.
Yes.
But certainly, if you look back to that last game, which I was on the call for, you were away, Justin. Kilminster to Dominic Eason with like a couple of seconds left. I think USCB had like a 6-point lead. North Georgia tied it up furiously after I believe somebody missed a friend 1-1. North Georgia came back to tie, and then with a couple of seconds left, Kilminster found Easton for the game-winning layup, and then they got to stop as the buzzer went. But yeah, I mean, that was a great game. Looking forward to another one. And same thing for the women. I believe it was Janiyah Hayward did a big shot late in that women's game. So, both these two teams are evenly matched. It's become a fun secondary rivalry. I think we've had some memorable games with North Georgia, especially at home.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. It's been a great rivalry, both men and women. So should be a fun day up there in Dahlonega. Long ways out there to Dahlonega. Not really kind of road trip.
Beautiful area.
1 o'clock. It's a 1:30. It's early afternoon start. 1:30 for the women, and then we'll follow.
Big game. Big time game.
What else we got going on, boys?
Wednesday night, and we'll be back for double for 2 scoops at the Cove. Hopefully, 2 scoops if they both get it done. But men and women in action against teams to be determined based on the standings, how they shake out tomorrow. Are there? Yeah, I believe. I don't know if there's any games Sunday. Sometimes there are, but I think most likely we'll get everything finished up by tomorrow. We'll know the tournament matchups, but
no games are taking place on Sunday, bar.
Okay, so it'll be determined by the end of tomorrow. I believe last year we had a game on Sunday, so it's just
weird. Sure. Yeah. It should be interesting to see who, if USCB does win, whether they win or lose. Be interesting to see who they get in that first round of the playoffs. Because you really don't want to run into a lower seed team.
I mean, I'll probably have to study on these. I really don't want to take the time to read through all the permutations.
I mean, if USCB wins, more than likely a good chance that they'll get the men's team.
It's kind of fool's errand. It's kind of a fool's errand because we're going to find out tomorrow.
But if you're the 4, I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't
Georgia
make
College
much sense
flag was right there. Georgia Southwestern.
To try to figure it out when we're going to find out for sure.
You can't really say, "Oh, I want to. Do we win because I want to be or I want to be the 3 seed and the 4 seed." Probably would rather be the 3 seed because then you get to avoid Lander in the first. But then again, I don't know. It's. I don't. You don't think about that. You're trying to win the game in front of you. You're trying to win the game in front of you, and
correct.
Yeah, there's still too much in flux to be able to figure that out.
Yeah.
You start trying to manipulate that and get a
matchup.
matchup.
Pretty awesome that the women could lock up
to
to 2 with a win, and just to see how far that team has come this year, specifically them. The men, of course, we knew they would be a factor, but the women have been the big surprise of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's been the story has sort of been what they've been able to do because even early in the season, it didn't look like they were going to be like that. Like they took off. They put some things together a few games into the season and started really taking off. So it's been cool to watch. I know the Charleston Shootout soccer tournament was starting tonight.
Yeah.
I know the Canes were in action tonight against Philip Simmons, but they were playing at 8, and trains don't always run on time, so they may not even be done yet. And then North-South Wrestling Classic, the All-Star thing, is going down this weekend. The 4 May River guys got honored for their traditional team state championship. Liam Engblom, Marcus Folk, Thomas Bruff, and Blake Butler. And Blake Butler was named the 4A Wrestler of the Year after winning his second state championship last weekend over at Florence Center. The lovely and improved, new and improved and lovely Florence Center. How about that court? I like that court.
It's nice.
That court was
I
nice.
was very impressed with what I saw on Facebook.
And the light show?
Sharon's page.
The light
Oh, yeah,
show
light show for the game?
Dude, they did
The same-
really well renovating.
Same
that
thing
place.
they did for the wrestling finals. They put the lights
nice.
down and they had all these lights
Yeah,
going
dude,
for
it's a fun time over there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
They really
awesome.
did a good
Yeah,
job.
Definitely
Because,
improvement
I think
from.
now they got a hockey team playing there now,
Do they?
so that
Yeah. It's
they
a
had
good
to
venue.
renovate a bunch of stuff. So they did a really good job renovating that place and making it look as good as it did. And yeah, that court was looking real fantastic.
It's nice. It's just
They
a
got
nice
that-
shade of
Yeah.
gray. And
The
then
nice
So-
score, the big jumbotron scoreboard up top.
Yeah.
Up
Yeah, the
middle.
hanging
So
scoreboard
the
is
Florence
nice.
Center, they only hosted the lower state games. The upper state games were
right.
hosted
Yeah,
or
they were
agreed
at the
upon
neutral site.
locations.
Yeah,
Oh.
neutral sites.
And then
Mhm.
state championship games will of course be at Colonial Life
It
Arena
will.
in Columbia,
Yes.
Yeah.
home of the
Well,
Gamecocks.
the Fighting Gamecocks.
Yep. Unfortunately, last time we went there, it was to see Nick Pringle and company fall to Gray Collegiate, and we won't get to go.
That's right.
Won't get to go back this year, but maybe soon. Maybe soon.
I was looking forward to
Uh,
going there this year.
So
they,
just one
uh,
hoops game left. One basketball game left on the schedule.
One high school basketball game left on Saturday across
and then we're
across
on to
Stingrays.
Yep.
Yeah, what a great program they've built up the last couple of years, especially on the girls' side, and
Yeah.
it's been cool to see.
Yeah, they were able to get it done the other night against Lawrence Academy.
That,
which
that,
was
that
thought
wasn't
to
an
be-
easy game. I mean, that was
No, that was thought to be their biggest.
because I thought
you know,
I thought it was going to
stumbling
be
point.
like going down the wire and good on cross for
well, they won it by 7.
Yeah,
they
so
won it
so
by
close,
7. It
but
was a pretty good
they
game.
certainly they came prepared and they got
Yep.
it done, and now they'll take on the Dorchester Academy team who's they're 20-5.
Yeah.
Taking a little bit
Had a real good year.
Them. Yeah, they lost.
One of the losses was to JP2.
They lost the cross in a forfeit or something. They're supposed to
Yeah,
play them. In
I
like
think-
early
I think their
February.
whole team was
Actually, they
sick.
lost to them
Yeah.
54-38. And on the night
they-
on the 29th, they lost 54-38. So Cross beat them
But
handily.
Dorchester also beat Cross.
Yes, they beat.
in
I was
the
going to say that
college and
next.
prep
They beat them on
tournament, though.
December the 30th, 53-41. So you got to have a rubber game for the championship, which is kind of cool. You know,
Yeah.
you split the
Yeah.
season series, and now you play for the state championship. Dorchester number 2 in Max Prep's rankings in 2A, Cross number 3. So you expect a good
Should
one.
be a good one tomorrow at the
Yep.
Sumter Civic Center, which I don't think
Good
has seen the
old
same kind of
Sumter
upgrades
Civic
as the
Center.
Florence Center.
Yeah.
But
What the Florida Center looked like
and
about 25
anything
years
else?
ago.
Anything else? I don't think there's.
aside from any.
I'm sure you guys last night
lacrosse or
talked about
soccer scores
Hillneck
tonight, which-
Christian's 12-11 win the other night over Savannah Christian.
Well,
Slade Bird 2
No, we
homers.
did
Did
not.
you guys talk about that? last night?
Yeah. I did not.
Slade.
I did not talk about the game.
I
I
did
wasn't
not hear
online,
about
right?
that, but
Yeah.
Slade Bird 2 homers.
Oh, you weren't on last night. Yeah, Slade
Well, no,
went
we
yard
were. I just didn't
twice,
realize it. I didn't
in a
realize that
Wes and I
12-11
were.
win.
Yeah,
Yeah, you two were. Yeah.
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 No, I know,
didn't
but
hear.
Max said he wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Max
Um,
was not. But
No,
it
on
was just myself and Marcus last night.
on
and
Wednesday. On Wednesday, HHCA beat Savannah Christian 12-11, and
Yeah.
Slade Bird was 3 for 4 with 2
Nice.
homers and a double and 3 runs and 5 RBIs.
What a
So,
performance.
nice night.
It
Nice
is,
night for Slade, who's
heck of a
playing
way to
center
start
field
this
now, by the way.
Yes.
They got Chip Hetzel playing short. Slade's playing center.
I like that.
Richardson at second.
Yeah, they're loaded. They're loaded. They're going to be a
Yeah.
force to be reckoned with
Loaded.
again.
Oh,
this
wait.
year.
Oh,
Loaded enough.
yes. Oh, and Stone's playing third.
Hmm.
Little bird. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another one. Stonebird.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Yeah, he's a
Steel,
freshman. He's
Slade, and
pretty good too.
Stone.
Okay, you got Steele, Slade,
And
and
he's a good player too. He's a really good
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Steele,
Yeah,
Slade, and
Is
Stone.
he an 8th grader or is he a freshman?
He's a freshman.
He is.
And
Okay.
I've always known him to be a catcher. I'm guessing he's the catcher of the future once Roman graduates.
I would
But
assume
right
so.
now, they probably need his bat in the lineup, so they're playing him at third right now.
That's so funny.
But he's just a ball
you're
player.
loaded. You know you're loaded when you can put Slade into center field and have someone else playing short for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, he probably projects long term as an outfielder, as a center fielder. I would
totally.
guess that's probably why.
But he's a solid infielder too. Yeah,
Oh
honestly,
yeah,
you could put him just about anywhere and he'll be totally
I mean,
fine.
most college baseball players played shortstop at least some point in their career because they were the best player on the team at some point, and you just had to put them at short. But yeah, that was a nice one. 12-11 over Savannah Christian because that's a good program. And,
yeah, Savannah Christian's pretty stacked too. They're a solid.
They've been
team.
building that thing up too. The
Yeah,
Savannah
they have.
Christian. They've been recruiting over there.
Been recruited.
I know.
Big recruiting.
They've been recruiting.
Big
I don't have much else, boys.
I think it's
pretty slow.
I do think it's about time to get some sponsors in.
Oh shoot, we haven't said anything about any sponsors, but the show
Right.
brought to you by Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV. Mickelson Law Firm, our original sponsor, our all-star sponsor. They've been with us since the beginning, and they are our official real estate closing attorney and presenting sponsor of our HHCA coverage. And then WHHI TV, our co-custodian of Marcus Walsh and partner in local sports. We love covering the local athletes and teams and shining a light on them and being part of our community here in the Lowco. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Hires family. Yeah, we missed seeing y'all tonight too. We're going to have to get that one rescheduled. The Hampton County Canes and the North District Middle School team are both going to come over and play us in a doubleheader tonight, but we got rained out. So we'll have to see them another day. We're supposed to play Thomas Hayward tomorrow at 1. We'll see. I gotta drive out and look at the field in the morning. And I got to make sure I got 9 players because apparently even though I got 30 on the roster, apparently we're not real keen on being available on Saturdays. So I'm trying to make sure we got enough players. See, I guess coach maybe got a little overzealous scheduling games on Saturdays.
1A softball, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, I was trying to max out to 26 games. I got to 23.
No kidding.
Did you get
pretty proud of that?
That's pretty
23 and 8 JVs. I'll take it. I'll take it. But we hit 30. Like the roster hit 30 today, which is
nice.
Insane.
It's awesome.
Insane.
That's fantastic.
There's only about 350 kids in our school, our high school. So,
yeah, right. That's insane.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
No, it's most of them are working. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, 23 games is a lot. It's really solid. They're like, we're playing a lot. And I was like, well, yeah, didn't you wish we played more last year? Well, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
I rest my case.
Want to play? Play.
Yeah. So I was working the phones hard, trying to make it happen. Because I just think we get better by playing. I mean, our biggest deficit is that everybody else has played so many more games in their life than we have. And so we just need to catch up as much as we can. Because every time you play the game, you learn some things that you would never even think to teach them, because things happen that you're like, oh, geez, I didn't think this would happen for 2 years. I can't believe I got to teach you about this now. But that's the kind of stuff that happens when you play the game. So, I know everybody's itching to get out there and play in our sport, baseball and softball both. We've been, practicing and scrimmaging, and everybody's ready to get the games on. So real bummer that today was one of those days when you neither won nor lost, but it rained. So we'll be waiting for another day to get it all going. What else is happening, boys? Anything? Anything?
Like I said, if
that's about
there's
it.
any soccer scores or anything, I'm
Right.
there.
I'm sure there are. I'm not really sure.
because
what-
soccer's the one you can play even
Yeah, and like I
even
said,
Play
that
in the mud.
Charleston
Yeah.
shootout's
In a
happening
monsoon.
tonight. Yeah, they'll play it. That's the soccer boys were like, "You aren't going to play?" And I was like, "No, it's the field's got standing water." And they're like, "So?"
Right.
I was like, "No, we don't play our sport in the mud."
I mean, I would kill to play in the mud. I think it's fun to play baseball in the mud. But hey, that's
No.
just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, till you hit a chopper and it doesn't chop, it goes.
Yeah, no, just right on
It's
the
like
ground.
it's like playing golf in the rain and mud.
No,
And the
thank
ball
you.
high in the air and it just goes.
It'll mess up a
Smack.
soccer game too.
You just see
You
them
better
hit
believe
like a
it'll mess
real
up a
hard
soccer
ground
game.
ball and it just sticks. It just doesn't move. It just stays right where it's at. And
Yeah.
you gotta run to it. Oh
Yeah,
man.
I'm not down with that.
No, not even close.
But I don't know the soccer scores tonight. I know May River beat Cane Bay 2-0. The boys. That's probably in that same tournament.
Oh, very nice.
Here, let
I
me
think
see
it
what I can
is.
find. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Because they always go to Charleston.
Yeah, I was about to say they do
Shootout.
that just about every year.
Misa took them every year, and now he even took our boys this year. Let's see. May
Which I
River
think is great
2-0
for
over
Hardyville. That's a
Cane
good
Bay.
challenge for them.
For sure.
Not like
seeing
they
if we
didn't
got
have a
any other
challenging
locals.
schedule last year. Or anything.
Hilton Head boys tied St. Andrews 1-1.
I couldn't find
Clover
a
beat
Hardyville
Bluffton 1-0. I mean, the Hardyville game
should have been
says
done
in
by now.
progress.
Wow.
Well, but like I said, it was scheduled for 8. And if they were running behind it all, then it might not have started on time.
So they may still be going.
So they may still be going. I just checked the story, and Misa will post the score on the story for sure when he gets it done. Here we go. And then I was going to look at girls' soccer scores real quick while we're sitting here talking to each other. Hilton Head girls smoked the Lugoff 7-2. Yeah, that's a lot of goals. That's about all I see. That's all on the Max Prep scoreboard.
We had some free time this weekend, so I think I'm going to start
work on the schedules.
During my free time, I'm going to start working on the schedules for spring sports.
Yeah, me
I have
too.
some downtime over the weekend. Yeah.
That's my plan as well, because we're way behind on that. So if you have schedules for your teams, send them over, and we'll get them added to our documents so we know what's going on and we can get out and see some games this spring, because everything's about to start hitting. We got lacrosse taking off as well. They've already gotten started along with soccer. Baseball and softball were allowed to start tonight, and then track is coming around the bend, around turn 4, coming home into the home stretch. So a lot of stuff going to be going on very soon, but we're grateful for the rain day today. I think a lot of us, it's been a grind. So
rain out
nice days are a gift from God.
Rain day during the spring,
they're a gift from the universe.
Yes, indeed.
We just have to appreciate them for what they are, giving us a chance to catch our breath and wash away the pollen and just get a fresh start. So fresh start tomorrow, boys. Let's get to our other sponsors, and then we'll get into our parting thoughts and call it a week, and we'll drift off into the Friday night ether. So shout out to Hudson's Seafood House on the Docks, our longtime sponsor and presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. Great show featuring Bob Stevens from WHHI, formerly of Sports Center, Curry Kirkpatrick, legendary sports writer and sportscaster, and then, of course, Rich Basirico, the great coach from Hilton Head Prep. And they are fussing about all kinds of stuff and throwing all kinds of sports stars under the bus every week on the Lowco Media Network. So go check it out. Sponsored by Hudson's Seafood House on the Docks, a great place for seafood, sunsets, and cocktails on Hilton Head Island. We've also got a personal injury attorney friend, Twinge and Twombly, over in Beaufort. They've got a rare name, provide remarkable service at Twenge and Twombly Personal Injury Attorneys. HHI Windows and Doors wants to improve your view of the Lowco. Coach Barron from Hilton Head Prep has hung up his whistle, and he's focused on a new kind of screens at HHI Windows and Doors. Reverence Wrestling Club is our official wrestling sponsor and presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind, and the place to be in the Lowco if you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level. And Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. Great place for conversation with our friend Jay and company over there at Jay's Barbershop, and they'll look out for you over there. They always do. All right, boys, parting thoughts. Marcus Walsh, what's on your mind?
Well, I mentioned this last night with Wes. You guys are going to be at USCB on Wednesday catching hoops. I'm going to be at the final round in the afternoon of the Darius Rucker Intercollegiate. It's hard to believe that it's already that time.
Right?
So
Crazy.
I'm going to be doing that and whatnot. That's on Wednesday that we'll be out there for coverage on WHHI, and I think that will air either Thursday or for the weekend. Not exactly sure at the moment where, but it'll be very soon. So really looking forward to that. It's always great. Lindsay Finger does a great job communicating with me and all of us that get out there and cover that event. I've interviewed, so many people there over the years. It's just an awesome time for sure. Tomorrow I'm going to be at the Greater Bluffton Chamber Golden Oyster Awards.
Nice.
At Pinckney Hall in Sun City. The Funky Bunch and I and a bunch of us from WHHI TV and beyond will be out there, and that's going to be a great night. And JJ, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm 99.9% sure that I'm correct, that you have a birthday coming up in a couple of days.
Sunday.
Indeed, I do. Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Fun,
What's
I'll
on
be
the
back.
docket? Got a nice brunch or celebration with the family schedule?
Nothing planned at the moment. I'm sure they'll ask me what I want to do, and we'll probably go out and get some biscuits and gravy somewhere. But in the afternoon, I intend to host open field 2 to 4 for anybody who wants to come out and get some work in, because we're carrying 30. You're going to have to grind to get your spot in the lineup. So we'll see who shows up 2 to 4 Sunday for open field practice. But and I'll take Finley out there, of course, and she'll get some work in, and might even make Truman go with me and help out with some coaching. But yeah, no big plans. When you get to my age, you just kind of let them slide by without too much fanfare for the most, because you don't want to bring a lot of attention to your age. I'll be closer to 50 than 45 on this one. So,
but no, the family. It's the family the aspect of it, which is what I was referring to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I don't require a lot of attention on my birthday.
Head out to open field and wish Justin a happy birthday on Sunday.
I'm pretty low maintenance. Pretty low maintenance.
It's really funny when you think about it, because when you look at a deck of cards, there are 4 kings in there, and these 4 all have March birthdays.
Really? What are the odds? What are the odds?
Max
All Pisces?
Marcus
Are we all Pisces?
Mine is March 13th.
Max?
I'll be darned.
Max?
Sorry. Oh, my birthday's on March 31st.
There you go.
Oh, you're not a Pisces. You're an Aries.
Day, isn't it, Wes?
Yeah.
You're an Aries, right?
St. Patty's Day.
I think
It is
so.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St.
Okay,
Patty's
so
Day.
I guess that's right. I'm just off, but
That
the
is
fact
crazy.
that we're all,
So
all in March.
So Justin's birthday's at the start of the month.
You're
Wes
the
is
end.
at-
Then we got
Wes
2 in the
is
middle.
In the middle, and I'm at the end.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's like
How
about
if
that?
you take a
Biscuits and gravy is the best
advanced math
breakfast.
course, you learn about
Dude.
the birthday paradox, where
The
it's
good sausage gravy, man.
Oh.
The real
Yeah.
good
You know what?
sausage.
I mean,
Yes,
see,
it's
now you
so-
guys got me thinking about it. So now I know we're going over there to what's that place called? The Eggs Up Grill. We're going to Eggs Up Grill.
Ooh,
We're gonna
nice.
have biscuits and gravy. I'm gonna get some of them little cruller, those little donuts they got over there.
Yeah, I'm probably
that's
gonna
what-
get me
that's
some
what I'm going.
hotel biscuits and gravy or something like that.
Hey, when they got biscuits and gravy on the hotel breakfast buffet, that's a
Continental
good
breakfast.
thing.
Usually good.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
I'll even
Anyway.
hey, you know who got some low key real good biscuits and gravy is Cracker Barrel. Don't sleep
Yes,
on
they
Cracker
do.
Barrel biscuits.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They
gravy.
do.
They don't have sausage in the gravy though. That's the only problem.
No, but it is good.
It is good.
good.
All right, Wes, you got a parting thought?
Yeah, I got two. First off, a big time win for the Red Hawks of Miami, Ohio. They stay unbeaten, just barely
Unbelievable.
69-67 on a Trey Perry layup with a second to go, and they are still the only unbeaten team left in D1 college basketball. So,
Wow.
I mean, now you get to the point of what happens if they drop one, or would an at-large bid still be in play for them? Because it's gonna be interesting. Now, they hope that they'll run the gauntlet and go unbeaten and win the conference tournament, but you never really know. It's these kinds of games down the stretch are gonna be interesting, but. Good for them. It's always fun to see a mid-major succeeding. St. Louis as well, and the Atlantic 10's having a good year. It's always fun to see
I lost the Dayton the other night.
Yeah, but it's yes. Oh, that's a great rivalry, by the way. But always great to have those mid-major rivalries and see good squads that have a chance to go far, or at least get a Cinderella run in the tournament. So it's starting to get to that point, and I'm pretty excited to see how things will go between those couple of those teams that are trying to get there. But yeah, great story to see what the Red Hawks of Miami of Ohio are doing. Couple more parting thoughts. Some funny ones, I guess. Or not, this one isn't funny. This is more serious, but crazy that it happened. A crazy news story that I saw the other day. I don't know if you've heard, but there was an Italian golfer named Andrea Pavan, who I haven't heard about since or before.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. He got seriously injured. It was a very weird injury, a real causing injury. He fell a couple of stories down an elevator shaft as he was waiting for an elevator, which never came. There was no car in the shaft.
What the heck?
And he dropped like 3 floors to the ground.
Whoa,
they took him to the hospital.
Damn.
He had they had some
What in the world?
tests on him, and he's had to go through a bunch of surgery.
That's
scary
scary.
stuff.
That is scary.
Scary stuff.
That is wow.
That's crazy.
that
Like
is
he went to
insane.
step into the
That's insane.
elevator and it wasn't there.
The
just went
car,
into the
the elevator
shaft?
wasn't there.
That
It was
is
just
the elevator fell or something. I don't know.
It's like a
What
ghost
in the
story.
world?
I'm not sure what happened, but
The
That's
door
yeah,
opened. There was
crazy,
just
bro.
nothing there.
I'm-
Probably. I don't know.
I'm just
Maybe
glad
let's
that
pay
he's all right. I
attention.
mean, that's a very
That is crazy.
obviously he's recovering. He's in the hospital. He's had to go through surgery, but man, isn't that scary to have to go through something like that? I mean,
Yeah,
good
that's
God.
insane.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you guys know? I didn't know this. I just saw it scrolling Instagram. Kane Eanes, former HHP star.
Yeah.
I had lost track of him, but he is still playing basketball at
nice.
Waynesburg University.
Fantastic.
He played a year at Bob Jones and then transferred to Waynesburg, and he's in his second year there. He's played in 12 games this year. Hasn't played a ton, but he's playing ball.
Good
Great.
deal.
That's awesome.
He was a
One
hell
of
of
the
a
heroes
player.
of one of those
Yeah, he was.
championship teams that he was a
Mhm.
part of. So
Big part of it.
Ty's not bad either. Figuring they're
No, he's
related.
not.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, little bro. He's
Yeah.
a good little ball player, little baseball player.
Little bro,
especially.
good player.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play hoops as much, but I know him from baseball, and he's always been pretty good. All right, your turn, Mr. Max.
I got a couple. Obviously, this weekend, of course, we have a lot going on this weekend. But on top of that, for those of you who are big fans of just the state of South Carolina sports in general, probably one of the biggest baseball rivalries in all of college baseball is taking place this weekend. Clemson taking on South Carolina for
Oh,
best
yeah.
of 3 series.
a
I
good
believe
one.
game 1 started tonight, although last I checked, they were in a weather delay. So I'm not sure if they're going to get that game done tonight.
Yeah, I wonder if
Hopefully
they'll
they do.
because they play a neutral site game on Saturday. I
Yeah,
believe.
so it's a one game at Clemson, a game at Carolina, and then a game at a neutral site.
Floor field.
They call it the Reedy River Robber.
They usually play a floor field, right?
Yep. They do. That's the Saturday game. I don't know if they still do, but for many years it was. It was there where the Greenville Drive.
It was usually.
Yeah.
Did they play
Which
in
is a
Greenville?
great
They were in
park.
Greenville, yeah. Great park, yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. I think maybe some of you Braves fans saw this week. Braves have announced their launch of their new multimedia platform called Braves Vision. So basically, I believe that the plan with this is that they are stepping away from what they have been with for all the time. They were with Fox Sports, and then Fox Sports turned into Bally Sports, and then that got bankrupt. So they went to FanDuel.
FanDuel still exists, right? Or is that
FanDuel still exists? But I do not think the Braves will anymore be with FanDuel. They are basically running their own thing now, and so it's
Braves Vision TV.
Yeah, a whole thing, and you're going to be able to download the app, be able to watch Braves baseball, and the plan is to have no blackouts whatsoever with this. So for the first time for me in about 5 years, I will be able to actually watch Braves baseball without having to have DirecTV or any other stupid cable network provider. Because that's not what I've had for the last 5 years, and it's been a pain in the butt trying to be able to watch Braves games. And the only way you can watch Atlanta Braves games is if it's on ESPN, on Fox, or on TBS or something stupid.
Super annoying.
By the way, they have started over there between Clemson and South Carolina. I believe they're playing Columbia. It's 4-0 Gamecocks in the top of the 5th.
Interesting, because the Gamecocks have been struggling. I saw they lost.
Clemson's ranked 15th in the country. South is unranked, but they have the 4-0 lead over Clemson.
Yeah. South Carolina struggled this year too. They got a whole new. It's a new coaching staff.
Clemson only has one hit through 4 innings.
Yeah, they've lost to a couple teams that were real questionable. Like they lost to Queens earlier this week. Queens University, out of all schools you could lose to Queens, who won their first ever win versus a Power 4 opponent in their baseball program's history. So congrats to them. But yeah. And then the other thing that just came in on my Instagram feed, or actually it's my ESPN feed, is former MLB pitcher Dan Serafini. I don't remember how to say his last name. Apparently has been sentenced to life in prison.
Oh,
yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Did y'all not hear this? This one's bad. This is really bad. I don't know if I want to share this with y'all live on air. It's really bad. Do y'all want me to tell you, or do you want me to tell you off air?
I don't know, but you just threw out.
I don't know the story. So
he got life in prison.
Okay,
so
all right.
I was
I will share the story and the reason why he was found guilty.
Well, just what's the charge? What's the charge?
The charge was murder. Actually, it was two.
Well, I think that's enough.
It was 2 counts.
We don't need to get into
murder.
We don't need to get into the weeds of this.
Murder and one
you
count.
If you want to stay after.
Say what now? 2 attempted and 1 succeeded.
Okay, that's all I got to say about murder.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, put him in jail. Bury him under the jail. It's all good.
Yeah. So I did see that come across, and I thought that was interesting. I did not know that actually happened. So that was really shocking.
That's kind of crazy.
All right, over to Justin. Hopefully you got something a little more exciting.
That's kind of crazy. I really don't have a whole lot of much at all, to be honest with you. We kind of powered through it all. But I just wanted to wrap it up where we started it, which was just what a season from Bluffton. I think we all went into the season thinking that it was kind of a wide open region, and it never was. I mean, Bluffton was the best team from start to finish, and from start to finish, a region play. Obviously, May River got off to the hot start.
May River beat them
in that tournament early. Yeah, but then I think by the time region play started, you could tell who the best team was, and they just got better and better.
That's saying something to do with
addition by subtraction with the loss of with McCarthy and Warren. It was addition by subtraction, just in terms of I mean, not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I guess you just never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You never
don't
know what
know.
would happen if they
You
stayed.
don't
But I
know.
just think that.
But what you do know is that it worked without him. You
Yeah.
know, it worked the way it was, and Bluffton is definitely kind of the darling program, not just for basketball, but I mean just the darling school in Beaufort County right now. Matt Hall is the principal's done some big
Hilton
things,
had
and
football had a terrific year.
well, but I just mean like it seems to be the one that's getting the hype right now. Is like it has the best academic marks right now. People are starting to kind of school choice in
they've
there.
had a good women's soccer, girls soccer program. They have a good boys soccer. I think Coach Fox is still there, right, for the boys.
I really just meant in general as a school, not even for
and track
athletics.
and field and cross country won a state championship a couple of years ago.
So I think there's a chance for this basketball team to kind of gain some momentum and get some more people to come over. So, should be interesting to see, but obviously we'll always see if anybody makes a move in the off season as far as coaches looking elsewhere or programs deciding to go a different direction. So that's always something to keep an eye on. But definitely Bluffton was the class. I think we kind of thought Hampton was right there with them, but then Bluffton went further than Hampton. So I think you got to give them the love this year. And then cross girls going for the state championship tomorrow. So best luck to them. Best of luck for those ladies, Coach Jill Nori and her crew. Hopefully they can bring us one state championship back to the Loco from basketball season.
I like their chances. I like their chances too. I think I just was really impressed by how they played again in that semifinal, and I think that if they do that again, I think they'll be in good shape to beat Dorchester.
Agreed. All right, boys. Good stuff. It's been a crazy week on the Loco sports scene. I suppose we'll take the weekend off and see you on Monday night for another Loco Sports Lowdown. We'll see how the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have enough to do a show tomorrow with USB basketball, baseball, and cross girls state championships.
You're right with the basketball. Yeah. We'll play it by ear. Yep. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. At least some of us. So thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make it possible, and thanks to you for showing up to listen or watch. For Marcus Walsh, Wes Kerr, and Max Araj, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.